What's going on, guys? Just want to show you my inventory system for eBay. I got this rack-based system here for clothes such as shirts, jackets, jerseys, sweatshirts, sweaters, all that good stuff. And then over here I have a shelf-based system for jeans, pants, shorts, and the systems both extend throughout that side of my basement. And I think this system has a lot of pros, a lot of benefits as compared to the normal system you'll find from other resellers. That is the bin-based system, where they'll have each of the bins labeled, and then every single item in the bin will have its own SKU number, such as these shoes. And usually they wrap them in plastic and all that good stuff. And it's a good way to store items, but it takes time. Every single item having to add a SKU to takes time. Usually they'll print off stickers, and that takes time to apply it to each of the items, as well as you have to add the SKU number to your listing when you're listing it on eBay or other selling platforms. The beauty of this system is that every single item does not need a SKU number. So let me go ahead and show you how it works. Okay, I cannot take full credit for the system because I learned it from Tech and Sports, so huge shout out to him. But this is how it works. I have all these dividers, and each of the dividers has a date on it. So we'll go right here. This 10-1 stands for October 1st. Next one, October 2nd. Next one, October 3rd. And what this represents is each item has a day that it was listed on eBay. It has a start time. I'll show you. Let me go over to my computer real quick. So no matter what, when you list an item, it gets a start date. And this is an example. This is just a t-shirt right up here. Start time, July 9th. So let me see if I can go find this in my system. July 9th. And when it sells, you'll find the item by the start date. So let's see, where's my 7-9 at? So, it's around for you. Of course, I got a huge jacket in the way. So here's 7-8, here's 7-9. That means it should be stuffed in here somewhere. This looks like it. The Roan shirt large. Right there. Easy. Didn't need to type in a SKU to find that. So that is how it works right here. Oh, say hello. What up, bud? You're not supposed to be in here. All right, so that's how it works. Every time something gets listed, it has a start date, and you put it in the start date section, and then it's very easy to find. That means I have 365 of these sections of days for clothes to be, which works very well. The only time it doesn't work is if you have a huge operation. I don't even know the total items it would be, but Tech and Sports had such a big operation with like 50,000 items that it was too much. But I only have like 2,500 items listed right now, and it works perfectly for me. Let me show you how the jeans and shorts work. All right, so jeans and shorts. So I have jeans and shorts rack over here, and then row of clothes, boom, boom, another row of clothes, another row of clothes, and then another row of clothes. Still got space for growth if I want it, tons of hangers. And then here we have more jeans and shorts. And this was something I kind of had to come up with because I haven't really seen a good way to do the date-based system with jeans and shorts. Because if you hang them on the racks, they take up a lot of space, in my opinion, and it's really hard to fit them all in. But so I came up with this system, which is where I just fold them up nice, and then I have these just little cardboard cutouts with all the dates on them. So everything that was listed on 6/10 right here is right here. Everything listed on 6/11 is right here, and then 6/12 right here. So I usually can stack about 3 days on top of each other. Sometimes if I listed a ton in one day, I stack 2 days on top of each other. So if something sells on July 16th, I come here, dig through it, make sure you find the right thing. And you got to be really careful pulling these out. You can make it all tumble down, so you got to be very gentle and kind of know your way around. And then I also try to make sure not to list the exact same jeans and the exact same sizes on the same days. Otherwise, it can be like super confusing pulling them out, or you kind of have to look at the pictures to make sure you have the absolute right one that you're sending out. I also have hats. I don't sell a ton of hats or have a lot of hats, and shoes. So they actually do not have really any system. I don't have enough of them where I really need it. They're just all in the same area, and I usually can find them pretty quick and easy. So when I was first figuring out this system, it was kind of confusing for me how to pick and ship the items. So I'll show you how I do it. This is my shipping station here. Nothing crazy. Let me show you what I do. Flip my camera. All right, so I actually use, this is from my old pin-based system, by the way, which I no longer use as I like this system way better. But, so I just pulled up my orders awaiting shipment. I just shipped not too long ago, so I only have 2 here. So what I'll do is I'll come here, I'll open this one. They both opened up here. Pulls this item up. And this is a little jank, but it works. So I have this old phone here. I'm gonna power it on real quick, bear with me. Okay, and then I actually take pictures of this screen, and you can actually see that on my phone. So I'm gonna take this picture, and you can clearly see the start date right there. So now I'm gonna go to the next item right here, take a picture, May 12th. All right, so I'm gonna go pick these. Let's see if it works. Paddington's back, and now we got a visitor, little Bella. All right, so the first one, February 18th. Let's see if we can find that. February 18th, more jeans. Come up here, found this February section. Boom, boom. Patriots right here. Good to go. Got it, and then I actually put everything on top of this can right here for shipping. And then I found that, so let's go to the next item. Tommy Bahama shirt. If you can see that date, let me scroll in. May 12th. All right, so we're gonna go to May 12th, which is actually near February, but it's underneath. Let's see, 511, 512. I know this is an older item, so it's probably going more towards the back. Here it is, that's the one. And that's another cool thing about this system is the newest stuff goes in the front, the oldest stuff goes in the back. So if you have stuff that's listed for longer than a year, you'll come across it again next year, and you'll be like, dang, son, I need to get rid of this old stuff. So it's a kind of an organic way of making sure you're not hanging on to inventory for too long. So that goes here. And those 2 are good to go. So I guess I'll just go ship them now for fun. So I like having it on this little can because it has wheels on it, so if you have a bunch of stuff, it just stacks up here nice and flat. And then I can just roll it over here to my shipping station. Boom. And then take the hangers off, and we put it on the hanger holder. So that's good to go. And then I have a bunch there. And then when this is full, which is pretty full, I'm going to transport that over to this rack. And then when I'm listing items, I can use the hangers there. And that's kind of my prep rack to hang the items and get them ready to put them into the inventory system over there. So that's pretty much the whole gist of the system. Now there are some drawbacks to the system as compared to the bin method. It is faster, but it does take up more space. As you can see, you need a lot of space for all these racks. Luckily, I live in Nebraska where I have a basement with a ton of space in it. But if I didn't have a basement, I would have to do all this in a huge room or in a garage, and then I'd have to park outside, which would kind of suck. But luckily for me, I have enough space down here I can store a decent amount of items. In the bin system, you can squeeze a lot of items in these bins if they're all folded up nice, and you can use that vertical storage really well all the way up to the ceiling. Here it's kind of limited. I only have a double rack, so I can only store stuff here, and it's not as space efficient as the bin-based system, but I opt to sacrifice space for speed because speed is very important. So now I want to bring up another example of something that you need to know if you do use this system. It typically happens if an item gets canceled or an item is unpaid. And you know that happens all the time on eBay where items go unpaid. So what happens is the item will get relisted, but after an unpaid item, if it relists like 4 days later or a week later, whatever it is, it'll have a new start date. So if I listed on July 1st originally, goes unpaid, and then it gets relisted on July 7th, it'll say start time July 7th, but it's in my inventory system on July 1st. So how do I fix that? Or if an item, someone buys it and then they cancel it later for something, it's the same thing. So what I do is, this is an example. This was a pair of Miss Me jeans. This was the original start date right here, July 5th. And I also have in my email, I have set up this canceled orders little tab here, and you can set filters to make all these emails come into a individual filter file. And then I go through them every single time an item gets canceled. So let's see, this is the Miss Me jeans. So what I have to do is copy this title. I'll come over here, type it into eBay, paste it in. For some reason it's showing way too many items. I'll come down to here, sold items, and then if for some reason it's showing 300 results plus, you might have to go within 25 miles, so it'll find your listing. Here we go. And then this is it. So I'll go to that. And here is the OG start time, October 19th, 2023. And then as you can see, so I'll copy this. Copy. I'll go over to my new relisted version of this item. I'll revise it. Come into here and then paste it in right here, which I've already done. And then go down and revise it. Just wanted to show that to you guys in case you do want to implement this inventory system and give it a go and make sure that you don't lose any of the items that you do sell. If you have any questions about the inventory system behind me, feel free to leave them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them for you. I appreciate you guys for watching so much. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out my previous video where I show you how to take photos of items super quick, even in as little as 30 seconds an item.